So again, because there's a certain period of time you have to wait before your whip is actually out, spacing is a serious issue in this game. You need to understand that when an enemy is in front of you, you shouldn't just reactively hit it. You should think about where they're going to be when your whip comes out. A lot of this game isn't about hitting your enemies. It's about getting them to run into your whip, about knowing their patterns and how you can make them be stupid and run into your stuff. Like, that was lucky right there. I whipped a little early. You could have had me if you wanted to. Wow, get out of here, stupid hunchbacks. Now, one of the nice things here is you carry your weapon and any multipliers to your weapon that you have onto the next level. You only lose them if you grab another weapon or if you die. What you do lose, however... Ah! Bad bird. Yeah, oh, Jesus. Heat-seeking bird. There we go. Whew. This is trickier than it looks. You know, one false move with those birds and your ass is getting put into the drink. As I recall, that is a axe. See you later. Now, yeah, as I was saying, you keep your weapon and your multiplier, but you don't keep your ammunition. Every heart you have gets taken away and given into your score, you know, in case you care. Because back in the day, if you ran into other people who beat the game, I beat that game, well, I beat that game too. And then it's lightning eyes, ching, ching, ching. Oh yeah, well, when I beat it, my score was X, so my score was Y, and so then it becomes that. Alright, here we go. Running down the bridge. Don't give a crap about you stupid Medusa heads. Nor you, skeleton boy. And that, friends, is a long drop. Good thing I know about secrets. Give me that monies. Oh god, see? That's what I'm talking about. So that's the most useless weapon in the game. That weapon is specifically made to help you get through levels. So again, that's what I was talking about. If you need to use that, if you need that thing, then you're never going to beat this game. The stopwatch does not work on bosses. Oh crap. Get out of here, just go away. Nobody loves you, bird. Whew, okay. Alright, yeah, see, so again, what? Did you just... Okay, so... Old school games, man. They do stuff like that. So there's like a block here and a block there, and for whatever reason, sometimes when items drop, if they're only touching half a block, they decide, I don't know what coin toss goes on in the computer's mind, but it says, it's not going to land on the upper one, so we're going to land on the bottom one. But then it hits the bottom one, ting! You know what? It's just going to fall through the floor and disappear forever, and you can't have it. So now, at this point, I don't really... bad timing. It's all about bad timing. At this point, I don't really need... Wow, okay. I don't really need hearts anymore. So I don't need to start hitting those candles. So another thing that's cool about this game is you can't get away with mashing. Like if you... Oh, yeah, hell yeah, I'm out of here. Later, suckers. Hey, there's Dracula's Castle. Yeah, this stuff blew my mind when I was a kid. Like, when I had actually gotten to Dracula's Castle and then played through here again, I realized that, you know, that tower, that black tower right there, is, like, where you fight death. And then that black bridge right there is the bridge that you go across at the beginning of Dracula's level. And then this whole thing right here is the clock tower that you go through, and there's the ladder that goes up to Dracula's. That blew my mind that they had the foresight to actually put the last level, you know, in the background of one of the early levels. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. No, don't touch me. I don't want that. Go away. There we go. Yeah, so you can't mash in this game. Like, if you want to hit somebody as many times as you can, like right now I'm mashing, and it's kind of working, but kind of not. What you need to do is learn the timing on the swipe, and as soon as the recovery has happened, you tap it. So now I'm like timing it, and it actually is coming out a lot faster. The problem is if you screw up the timing, you get nothing. So you whip a lot faster if you time the whips, but if you mess up your timing, you're suddenly stuck doing nothing. Alright, these guys are done. I have triple holy water. Oh my, this is not good. No, please! Leave me alone. Yeah, all of you just burn together. Burn together! It's your ass in the fire. Yeah, I'm out of here. Yeah, so again, this game doesn't look friendly towards masters. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. This really, I mean, I can't stress this enough. It's why this game was so hard, is because it was an action game that actually required thought and pacing. So it wasn't as fast as other games out there, but it made it different, and it made it harder. Oh my god! Oh, my legs! I can't move! I can't... Oh wait, I forgot, I'm a video game character. Of course I can move, I'm fine. Just don't let me fall in the water. Okay, so... once again... we're talking about the holy water. The holy water is sort of an all-purpose weapon when it comes to the bosses. There are some bosses that die easier to other weapons. But in a pinch, the holy water will work. And then there are some bosses... oh, jeez. There are some bosses that require the holy water. And there are some bosses that absolutely require something else. Alright, let's see how this goes. This part up here isn't tough, but it can get you if you're not paying attention. Like, you know, if you're gabbing to your friends and just not paying attention to what you're doing, you can get rocked. Statistically, you're more likely to die on the way to the airport in the car. There we go, just whipping hunchbacks as they get dropped off by their birds. So, again, you gotta be careful here. It can be really tempting to just whip a guy and keep moving forward like I was doing there, but that was actually dumb. Every once in a while, you'll kill an enemy and they'll drop some random stupid weapon that you don't want, and you'll grab it and you'll completely screw yourself. Because there are certain enemies that require certain sub-weapons to be able to beat them, and the boss at the end of this level requires the holy water, and at least double. You have to have at least double. No, you don't. Get out of here. Another thing that can really help in this game, that is very important, is, again, because it's pacing, and because you can't have twitch reactions and just avoid everything, it's really important to recognize when you've made a mistake and when you're going to get hit, and there's just nothing you can do about it. And then when you realize you're in that situation, you need to understand whether or not that hit is going to knock you into something that will potentially kill you or will kill you, and positioning yourself in such a way so that when you take the hit, you don't die. Like, so many times people get mad because they get into an area where you have to, you know, jump on a ledge, and then a bat comes out, and then the bat's in this position where you can't really whip them, so they just eat the hit from the bat and get knocked off and die, and they get mad, and that's cheap. It's like, well, if you would have turned yourself to the left and moved forward about half a block when you got hit, you would have just moved backwards and landed back on the other block, and you would have been fine. So yeah, this game is interesting like that. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, see, I'm gonna run through this. Everything so far, everything is just totally going my way. So, hooray for me, I guess. Okay, so this guy right here absolutely destroyed people's hopes and dreams back in the day, and there was a good reason. Oh God, here we go. Okay, so the trick with the holy water here is that the holy water basically froze him in place, so he couldn't move. As soon as as soon as Frankenstein's monster gets to the block in front of those two that are hovering right there that I was standing on, Igor gets off of his back and just starts flying all over the place, shooting fireballs. And you can only kill Igor, you can't kill Frankenstein's monster. But when you freeze Frankenstein's monster in place, Igor gets frozen with him until they get to that spot.
We're halfway there. If you enjoyed what you saw, like it. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. See you in part 3.